Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's Lawrence Newscast. I'm Caleb Corner. We're going to start off with the weather report today. Right now it is a cloudy day with the temperature of 35 degrees. Going into tonight it will still be cloudy with a temperature of 29 degrees. You're going to see more of the same next week with temperatures in the low to upper 30s. Most days will be partly cloudy, but some of the days it will be very windy. Now let's move on to with traffic where Jordan is standing by.
Thanks, Caleb. And now for traffic. On Route 206, there was a 4-car accident in front of the 7-Eleven. The road is currently blocked off, as well as the intersection. Cars must take back streets around the accident. A Ford Taurus was pulling out of the gas station, but did not see the Mercedes coming from the opposite direction, causing both cars to collide. 2 cars following the Mercedes, a Honda Civic and Nissan Pathfinder, both rear-ended the Mercedes due to the accident, causing for a vicious pileup. I-95 is backed up significantly by the Ewing exit because of a 3-car accident. Police are currently cleaning up the accident, but traffic should be consistently slow for another hour or 2 in the Ewing, Lawrenceville, Princeton, and Hamilton areas. Now for some interesting news at Riders Campus, here's Heather Fiore with an interesting feature.
Thanks, Jordan. And now I'm here today with some striking news that has just recently hit Riders Campus. Once again, yet again, another one of Riders' innocent students was struck by a speeding driver that was whipping around Riders Campus last night. At about 11:30 p.m., an unidentified female was walking across the street over by University House, planning on going to her warm bed in Ridge House. However, before she could even make it, a black Jetta, whose driver is currently unidentified, was speeding through campus and saw the female too late. Before the female could even react, the driver was already too close and struck the female, actually knocking her down to the ground. Although she wasn't seriously injured, she sustained some minor injuries to her arms and her right leg and had to spend the night in a cold hospital bed instead of her warm bed in Ridge House. Public safety is still investigating the incident and trying to locate the suspect. If you or anyone you know has any information regarding this incident, please call public safety immediately at extension 5029 or dial 609-896-5029. Now, moving on, Caleb for some sports news.
Thank you, Heather. Pitcher Cliff Lee still does not have a team, but the New York Yankees have added an additional year to their offer. The original offer was for 6 years, $140 million, but with the additional year that they added, the terms could be much greater. The Yankees are battling the Texas Rangers for the prize pitcher. In other baseball news, the Boston Red Sox have signed outfielder Carl Crawford to a 7-year, $142 million contract. The Boston Red Sox will now have the best lineup, in my opinion, going into the next season after they picked up first baseman Adrian Gonzalez in the trade last weekend. In last night's football game, the Indianapolis Colts ended their 3-game losing streak with a 30-28 victory over the Tennessee Titans. Peyton Manning threw for 319 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. He threw 11 interceptions the past 3 games, so that's a pretty good game for him. Wide receiver Pierre Garçon grabbed both of Manning's touchdown passes, and wide receiver Reggie Wayne caught 4 passes for 104 yards. Titans running back Chris Johnson had 111 yards on 22 carries and 1 touchdown. Minnesota Vikings quarterback Brett Favre is still uncertain whether he will play this Sunday against the New York Giants after he sprained his shoulder in last week's game. If Favre doesn't start this game this week, his 297 consecutive start streak will end. And finally, the Dallas Mavericks have extended their win streak to 11 games after they defeated the New Jersey Nets last night. Also, the Boston Celtics have won 9 in a row after Kevin Garnett's game-winning layup against the Philadelphia Sixers. Now on to some fashion news where Heather Fiore is standing by.
Thanks, Caleb. And today, I have some quick and fashionable ways of keeping warm during this upcoming cold winter season. First, always remember your socks. Wearing socks, preferably long ones, will actually increase your body heat and help keep you warmer. Your feet are the sensors of your body that make you feel cold. So make sure that you stack on comfy socks like this or other longer ones that are made of cotton to help you out this winter. Next, don't forget to slap on some gloves. Although they may seem light and useless, gloves actually trap the heat generated from your hands and help keep both of your hands very warm. Lastly, don't forget a pair of leggings for women, of course, or a pair of long johns for men underneath your pants that will add an invisible layer of warmth. So, by checking these necessary winter accessories off of your list, and of course your scarf that you have to have around your neck to keep you warm, before stepping out in the cold this winter, you can add a little bit of warmth to your day. Thank you. This is Heather. And now moving on to Jordan for some of your local news for the day.
Thank you, Heather. In local news, the township is having its annual play at the local recreational center, with this year being Beauty and the Beast. There will be 3 performances this weekend, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. Gas prices are rising, but not steadily. The average price per gallon has risen 5 cents in the past month. Most high schools held their traditional pep rallies for the upcoming basketball season on Friday, as many teams kick off their games in their respective tournaments this weekend. Construction is continuing to take place on Route 206 from Rider University until Eggers Crossing, so we suggest you take I-95 more often than regular. The construction will last for an estimated 1 more month before it's completely finished. That's it for the Lawrenceville newscast. Tune in tomorrow at 6 a.m. for early traffic and weather. I'm Jordan Hall, and have a great night.